Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for Interleague Baseball. St. Mary's from the Catholic Central League. Hamilton Wenham is the opposition. We don't have their names, so they're announcing the seniors for Hamilton Wenham being shaking hands with Derek Dana, the senior for St. Mary's, and they're announcing the seniors. Hamilton Wenham 11-5 from Cape Ann. St. Mary's 11-6, having won 6 in a row from the Catholic Central League. And now they'll announce the St. Mary's seniors. Carlos De La Rosa, number 7. They're taking pictures with Carlos, I believe that's his mother, giving flowers. They only have 5 seniors. They're a young team.
Next up, number 21,
Nick Maisano. Father and family.
Nick is a 4-year player in the baseball program. He is headed to Salem State University, going to major in business.
Nick Maisano's going to go to where I went, Salem State, except that now it's Salem University. I probably couldn't have got in back when I was going.
Next, number 8, Tommy Falaska.
8 is Tommy Falaska.
Sisters Anna and Ella. Tommy is a 3-sport athlete, football,
With his big family. Tommy was a very big part of the Super Bowl win for the St. Mary's football team. Basketball, baseball, 3-sport athlete.
Football, captain of the 2022 championship football team, 3-year CCL All-Star, including offensive and defensive lineman of the year. He was selected to play in the Shriners Football Classic as well as the Aganis games in both football and baseball. An honor roll student who will be attending St. Anselm's College.
St. Anselm is where he's going to go. Tad Giardina. His mother's with him. Mark is on here. I mention all the time, I coached his father in CYO basketball. I go back a long way with the Giardina family. Outstanding hockey player as well as baseball.
Tad also plays in the old-time baseball game in Cambridge, which is a charity baseball game raising money for cancer research. Tad will continue his baseball career and education in the Northeast 10 at St. Michael's College.
Tad will be going to St. Michael's.
Congratulations to all the seniors on both sides and good luck today.
So senior day here at Fraser Field, celebrating the seniors, and we'll get ready for this interleague battle between Hamilton Wenham and St. Mary's. We'll be right back. Just a little more information on the seniors as we come back to start the game. Carlos De La Rosa, infield for the Spartans this year. He was a member of the 2022 state title football team. He's attending Lynn University next year. We plan on playing baseball while majoring in investment management. Nick Maisano, he's an outfielder for the Spartans, among the team leaders in stolen bases, 4-year player in the baseball program. He'll be heading to Salem State University majoring in baseball. Tommy Falaska, 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, baseball. Tommy plays third base and pitches. He's a 5-year player in the baseball program, including being a member of the 2021 state title team. 2-time All-State player in football, captain of the 22 state championship football team. 3-year Catholic Central League All-Star, including offense and defensive lineman of the year. He was selected to play in the Shriners Football Classic, as well as the Aganis games in both football and baseball. An honor roll student who will be attending St. Anselm's College. Tad Giardina, 5-year member of the baseball program, plays center field and currently leads the team in many offensive categories. member of the 2021 state title team, also a 4-year varsity hockey player, selected to play in the Gannis Baseball All-Star Game this summer. Tad also plays in the old-time baseball game in Cambridge, which is a charity game raising money for cancer research. He will continue his baseball career in Northeast 10 at St. Michael's College. So a little more info on the St. Mary's seniors. James Day, the catcher for Hamilton Wenham, will lead it off. And he gets hit up high by Jake Peterson on the mound. That's an auspicious start for James Day here at renovated Fraser Field. Alden Clark to shortstop. Hit foul out of play. Very nice day here at Fraser Field for this senior day. We got, I don't know if it's practice or track or lacrosse or whatever. Gets the bunt down. So Jake Peterson looked at second but realized he didn't have a play, so he gets the out at first. Connor McKintock, the center fielder, is the hitter, batting from the left side. Up and away for a ball. Jake Peterson's only a freshman. High for a ball. In for a strike. Hit foul up in the seats. A good crowd for a Sunday afternoon. Hamilton Wenham has brought some people. Hit the second base. Della Rosa, one of the seniors, makes the play over to Newhall. And Hamilton Wenham has a runner at third with 2 outs. Harrison Stein, the DH, hitting for the pitcher, Drew Stewart. He hits it to second base. Elro bobbled it momentarily and gets it over to Newhall, the underhand toss. So they get the hit batsman, gets as far as third, stuck there. And as I always say, St. Mary's will have an opportunity to get on the board first. Tommy Falaska, the third baseman, will lead off. Batting second and playing short, Mike Domeno. The center fielder, Tad Giardino, will hit third. In the cleanup spot is the DH, Chris Marks. He's hitting for the catcher, Isaiah Weston. Cam McGonigal, who's on a tear for St. Mary's the last couple of games, really hitting the ball well. The right fielder, McGonigal, will hit fifth. Pitching and batting sixth, Jake Peterson. The first baseman, Shane Newhall, will hit number 7. Playing second base and hitting 8th, Carlos De La Rosa. And bringing up the tail end of the batting order, playing left field and batting 9th, Nick Mesano. So, Derek Dana got all 4 of the seniors in the lineup. Velasco and Giordina start anyway, but De La Rosa and Mesano are getting a start. A nice day here at the park. We've had some tough weather. And this is a good example of what a great job they did here at Fraser Field. This being Sunday, yesterday, we had very heavy rain almost the entire day. And this field doesn't look like it rained at all. In the past, we might have a problem with the pitcher's mound or the outfield. There used to be grass and dirt. Now everything is turf and everything going smooth. First pitch from Drew Stewart from Hamilton Wenham is wide. So Hamilton Wenham from the Cape Ann League. St. Mary's the Catholic Central League. Both teams are in the state tournament. In for a strike. Both teams have won 11 games. St. Mary's has lost 6, but they've won 6 in a row. Tries to bunt down the first base line. It goes foul. Up and in, he swung right through it. Mike Tomato. He's another freshman. He's having a very good year, offensively and defensively. In for a strike. St. Mary's will be right back here tomorrow night, taking on St. John's Prep. Another non-league game. Solid shot, knocked down by the shortstop. Tomato will get a base hit. Solid shot. Clocked the shortstop, went way to his left to try and pick it. He got a glove on it, but couldn't come up with it. So St. Mary's has a base runner with 1 out. Tad Giordina, the center fielder. Solid shot into right center field. That's in the gap. All the way back to the fence. Giordina can fly. He's around second. They hold him at third. He's got a triple, and St. Mary's grabs a 1-0 lead. He got all of that one. So on senior night, or senior afternoon, Giordina puts an exclamation point on it with a shot and a half all the way to the scoreboard, to the fence. 3 bases. Tomato scored easily. Chris Marks, the hitter. High and tight for a ball. Chris was a big part of the Super Bowl win. Offensively and defensively. That's going to be trouble. Right field does a nice job getting to it. Giardino will tag up. He was off the line for a right-handed hitter. And the right fielder, Fitzgibbons, had a long run. Far enough to get Giardino home with the second run. St. Mary's grabs a 2-0 lead. Cam McGonigal, the right fielder, is the hitter. Hit in the air is going to go out of play. Down and in for a ball. Hit in a right center field. That's going to be in the gap. McGonigal around second. He's going to get the second triple of the inning. In standing up. We told you he's on a tear. He's hitting as good as anyone anywhere. Derek Dana is very unhappy that he's only a sophomore. Victoria, a very young team. Jake Peterson can help himself, the pitcher up at bat, with a runner at third. Hit in the air, long run, not going to get there. Bounce right in front of the Hampton Wenham dugout. Peterson is only a freshman, as I mentioned before. They get Doney, their ace, who's only a sophomore. Wide for a ball. Day, the catcher, had to bounce out to his right to get that one, so it didn't go to the backstop. Up and away for a ball. And Peterson draws a walk. Shea Newhall, he's got a bunch of hits lately as well. We're going to get a runner at first base. Devin Duvall. So they give Peterson a rest. Duvall will be the runner at first. Let's see if he goes. He takes off. The throw down is cut off by the second baseman. So it's second and third with 2 outs. St. Mary's already has 2 runs in. In for a strike. In for a strike. Slices it off to the left side, out of play. Down and away. Shot up the middle for a base hit. 2 out Lightning. He hustles in a second. So the walk hurt. So Mr. Newhall, the hitter, gets a base hit, and Mr. Newhall, the announcer, gets very excited in the press box.
Well, you have to get excited. Why not? You get excited when you announce my head food job.
Newhall family, a huge part of St. Mary's. Obviously with Jeff, the AD, and girls basketball coach, but their family is deeply involved in all the activities at St. Mary's. Hit in the air. First baseman. Out in foul territory. Can't find it. He was trying to block the sun a little bit, and he couldn't find it. It just bounced. It was playable. So De La Rosa gets a break. So Shea Newhall with a 2-out Lightning, a huge 2-out hit. Threw that way up and in. And I think Stewart thought it was strike 3, but he just got a little bit of a tick for a foul ball. That pitch almost hit him and he swung at it. That's strike 3. So St. Mary sends 8 to the plate. They get 2 booming triples by Giardina and McGonigal. They get a big 2-out hit by Shea Newhall. And they win the first inning by a score of 4-0 over Hamilton Wenham. And that's where we are. St. Mary's 4, Hamilton Wenham nothing at the end of 1. Chris Collins will lead it off. Jake Peterson now has a little bit of a breather out there with leading 4-0. He helped himself. He drew a big walk, and the walk was huge because it was followed by the 2-out, 2 RBI single by Shea Newhall. So the walk that Peterson drew was huge. Two quick strikes. Collins is the first baseman. Does everything left-handed. Catches, throws, bats. Wide for a ball. Slap to third. Velasco makes the play. Over to Newhall. 1 up, 1 down in the second. Tate Fitzgibbons, the right fielder, will be the hitter. First and third, they were expecting a bunt, and he did. That's great hustle by Newhall. He was charging in for the bunt. He had to hustle back and beat the base runner to the base and then catch the throw from Weston. That's outstanding defense. They squeezed in thinking he was going to bunt. He did bunt, and Newhall had to hustle back and beat the hitter to the bag and keep his eye on the ball. And he got there and made the play. Weston made a nice defensive play. Newhall finishes it up. Outstanding defense. Ab LaBelle, the second baseman, takes the pitch for a strike. Dan's got to be happy. He's got Peterson, the freshman, Doney, a sophomore, pitching. That's going to go out of play. McGonigal is another pitcher who's only a sophomore, a very good hitter. Newhall, only a sophomore. Future looks bright for the Spartans. This is after they won back-to-back state championships. Swing and a miss, chased that high pitch and strikes out. 1-2-3 inning for Peterson and the Spartans. First strikeout for Peterson. He's retired 6 in a row after he hit the leadoff hitter with the first pitch of the game. And for St. Mary's, it'll be the only hitter that didn't hit in the first inning, the ninth hitter. Nick Machado, and then back to the top of the order. Tommy Falasker and Mike DeMano. Against Dean Stewart. Hard to believe we're in the last week of the season. This being Sunday, this coming Friday will be the second annual Dougie Mullins Memorial Tournament. St. Mary's, English, Classical, and Swampscott, honoring the outstanding young athlete and then outstanding young coach who left way too soon, way too early. He was an outstanding young man. Dougie was a good friend of mine, good friend of a lot of people. He helped a lot of people, a lot of his players when he coached Legion and then he coached high school. Pesano, the left fielder, will lead it off. Again, I look out over the fence in right field up on the hill, and I see people sitting there, and I say, where is Buzzy Barton? That was Buzzy Barton's perch. He sat there all the time watching baseball games. Another guy who left us way too soon. Two and 0 as the first two pitches miss. Wide again, 3-0. It's almost become the norm now. You don't see many pitchers pitching from the full stretch. A lot of pitchers pitching on the full windup. You see Pitcher's pitching from the stretch, like Stewart's doing now. On 4 pitches, Maisano draws the second walk that Stewart gives up. Tommy Velasquez struck out swinging.
Now batting for St. Mary's, number 8, Tom Velasquez.
Squares the bunt, takes the pitch. Safe with the stolen base. He wasn't really bunting. He was just trying to protect the runner. Bother the catcher. The throw kind of bounced down to second base. Inside for a ball. I think what's going on now over at Field is flag football. They have a league that plays over there. Men's league. Wide for a ball. Hit foul to the backstop. Chased the high pitch and swung right through it. Velasquez helped Stewart both times. Swinging the pitches out of the strike zone. Mike Domeno got an infield hit. Scored the first run on Giardina's booming triple to right center field. On the corner for a strike. Hit in a right center field for a base hit. That's going to score the run. They throw the ball home. Out at second base. He gets his second hit. He gets an RBI. Maisano scores. Down the way for a ball. Tad Giardina ripped one into right center field for a triple, knocking in a run. And then he scored on the sacrifice fly by Chris Marks.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 15, Tad Giardina.
Pop foul. Almost came into the press box. Didn't miss by much. There's no top on the backstop, so if the ball hits back, it can come right in our lap. Swing and a miss for strike 3, so he gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. He's got 2 strikeouts in both the innings, but St. Mary's gets another one. And again, the walk hurts. The leadoff walk, stolen base, followed by a base hit by Domeno, brings in the 5th run at the end of 2. It's St. Mary's 5. Hamilton, Wenham, nothing. Alex Cody, the third baseman, will lead it off. 8-9-1 for Hamilton, Wenham as we start the 3rd inning. Foul off the catcher, maybe off the umpire's foot. Peterson has another run to work with. Good curveball dropped in for a strike. Stewart for Hamilton was walk 2. One, the first walk. Lengthened the inning. Called on the third strike on the corner. Good pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts. One to end the second, one to start the third. But the first walk extended the inning. Shane Newhall got a big 2-out single to knock in 2 runs. Now the second walk started the second inning. Maisano stole second and scored on Domeno's base hit. Thomas Ring, the left fielder, is the hitter. High and tight for a ball. Top of the order, James Day, the catcher, on deck. Good pitch for a strike. He's not one of those little freshmen. He's a good-sized kid. On the corner. Peterson trying to come all the way back. Swing and a miss. He comes back and gets him. Last 3 outs have been strikeouts. James Day, the only base runner for Hamilton. On the first pitch of the game, he got hit way up and in. Curveball hangs high. So Samiri has brought a bundle. Hamilton Wenham has brought a few fans. Nice to see. Backed away from the curveball and fouled it off. He took a step back swinging at that pitch. Called third strike. He strikes out the side. 4 strikeouts in a row. 1 to end the second. Strikes out the side in the third. Four strikeouts in 3 innings for Peterson. And for St. Mary's, he'll be the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Chris Marks, Cam McGonigal, Jake Peterson. As Drew Stewart will start his 3rd inning of work. Beautiful day here. Just a whisper of a cloud out in center field. Otherwise, it's just blue sky everywhere. Sun shining in the 70s. Compared to some of the weather we've had, this is outstanding. We mentioned the Dougie Mullins tournament. This next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, will be the annual John Holland Memorial Tournament with the softball teams out at the Grace Regato field on the Babe Ruth Complex. 2 outstanding gentlemen being honored this coming weekend. Chris Marks hit a sacrifice fly to right field, getting an RBI. So he hasn't officially batted, but he's got an RBI. On the corner for a strike. Chop to second base. Add label over to Chris Collins for the out.
Now batting number 14, the right fielder,
Cam McGonigal ripped the triple in the right center field. He duplicated Tad Giardina. And then after a walk extended the inning, he scored on the big 2-out hit by Shane Newhall. That's when St. Mary's got 4 in the first inning. That one drops on the inside corner for a strike. Slaps it foul the other way, reaching for that pitch. Oh, 2 to the Spartan right fielder. Swings, chases that high outside pitch.
coming to the plate, the pitcher number 25, Jake Peterson.
Jake Pearson drew a big walk. Evan Duvall went in to run for him, and Duvall wound up scoring the 4th run. The walk allowed Shane Newhall to hit, and he took advantage, lining a single in the center field for 2 RBI. Two quick strikes. Down and away for a ball. Up and away for a ball. So we had him 0-2. Now we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Off to catch his glove, and the count goes full. He lost him. He was 0-2, and he throws 4 in a row.
Now batting St. Mary's first baseman, number 24, Shane Newhall.
3rd walk given up by Stewart. Shane Newhall. After Pearson drew a walk, his Duvall is running again for Pearson, but this is what happened. Pearson drew a walk, Newhall was able to hit, and he lined a single in center field and knocked in 2 runs. A big 2-out, 2 RBI hit, 2-out lightning. The runner takes off. He got a big jump in with a stolen base. So Duvall is in scoring position. Can Newhall do it again? Up and away for a ball. Slices it foul off to the left side. I think that bounced over the wall. So they can't retrieve that baseball. Up and away for a ball. That one drops in for a strike. Good off-speed curveball. So we get the payoff pitch up and coming. The runner takes off. The ball's hit to the first baseman. He'll make the play himself. So the third out, first baseman Newhall grounds to first baseman Collins. So they get St. Mary's for the first time without scoring. But through three, St. Mary's leads Hamilton Wenham 5-0. Aiden Clark, the shortstop, sacrificed. It was after James Day got hit with the first pitch of the game. He sacrificed in the second. Day made it to third, put 2 ground balls to second base, got Peterson out of the inning. In for a strike. Lined into center field for a base hit. First hit for Hamilton Wenham. Peterson had retired 9 in a row. 4 of them by strikeout. Connor McClintock, the center fielder. Down and in. Wide for a ball. Diving back is Clark at first base. Popped up. Giatina made an outstanding play. Picked that off the turf and got up looking for a throw to first, maybe for a double play. Outstanding play. Just a little love tap. Texas League looked like it might be a base hit. He came in and just got to it, picked it off the turf. Quickly up, thinking he might make a double play because the runner thought it was going to be a base hit. He was off. But Giatina had to get up off the turf to make the throw that allowed the runner to get back to first base. Outstanding defense by Giatina. The runner takes off. He got too big a jump. So Hamilton Wenham is saying, if you can steal bases, we can steal bases. Slices it foul off to the left side. Swing and a miss. He gets another strikeout.
Now batting number 20, first baseman Chris Collins.
5 strikeouts for Peterson. Chris Collins bounced out third to first. Peterson started. Somebody said something because he stopped in the middle of his windup and it's a balk. That moves the runner to third. Second time we had a runner in third. Both times have been with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Second hit batsman, way inside. So first and third now with 2 outs. Fitzgibbons was involved in that outstanding defensive play by St. Mary's. He bunted. Weston got to it quickly. Shea Newhall, who was squeezing in, looking to play the bunt, had a hustle back to first base. He got back, not only got back, but took the throw and got the put out. Pitching wide for a ball. Clark stole second base. Will they send Collins? As I say that, he takes off. They throw it down. He's in easily. He got a huge jump. So both teams running. Slices it foul. Hamilton Wenham, 1 swing of the bat from getting on the board. Peterson 1 strike away from getting out of a jam. Up and away. Down and in. Nice shot by Weston. Bouncing to his right and smothering that one. Almost hit him. First walk given up by Peterson brings Derek Dana out for a conversation as Hamilton Wenham have loaded the bases. A single leading the inning. 2 quick outs, fly ball, a great play by Giardina. Looks even bigger now with the bases loaded. The strikeout, but then he hit with 2 strikes on Collins. He hit him. Now he walks Fitzgibbons, and Ab LaBelle, the second baseman, will be the hitter with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning.
Now batting number 21, Abe Lingle, second baseman.
Hit in the air. They leave it for the catcher. Of all everybody coming to the ball, Weston dropped it for an error. The last person that should have been going for the ball was the catcher. He's running to the ball. Everybody else was standing there looking at the ball coming down. Third base, first base, pitcher. To get out of the way for Weston. And it just dropped off his glove for an error. Alex Cody was called out on strikes his one trip. So Hamilton Wenham gets on the board. Hit to second base. De La Rosa makes the play. They get out of the inning. But St. Mary's, being very gracious host, gives Hamilton Wenham a run. They do with a base hit. But a hits batsman, a walk, and an error all after 2 outs. We're halfway through the ball game. St. Mary's leading 5-1 now. So Hamilton Wenham will take that run. For St. Mary's, it'll be 8-9-1. Carlos De La Rosa, Nick Mesano, and back to the top of the order, Tommy Falasca. Stewart will start his 4th inning of work. So they had the runner at third with 2 outs. Looked like they might get out of it. 2 strikes on the hitter. And he hit Collins. Walk Fitzgibbons to extend the inning. And in the pop-up, all the St. Mary's fans saying, good, we're out of it. And with everybody that could have had a shot coming to the ball, they gave way to Weston chasing the ball. And it popped off his glove. And Hamilton Wenham got on the board. De La Rosa struck out swinging his first trip. St. Mary's looking for 7 in a row. They were 5-6. And people weren't giving them much of a chance to make the tournament. All of a sudden, they've made the tournament, winning 6 in a row to go 11-6. In for a strike. De La Rosa, one of the seniors on it here this afternoon, a rare Sunday afternoon. Hit in the air. Backing up a couple of steps. Ring, the left fielder, makes the play. 1 up, 1 down. Nick Mesano, the left fielder. He drew a big walk, stole a base, and scored on another big 2-out hit, this one by Domeno. Two-out lightning, the name of the game. A big 2-out hit by Newhall and a big 2-out hit by Domeno. Otherwise, this could be a 2-1 game. Down away for a ball. Slap to second base. LaBelle to Collins for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Tommy Falaska, the third baseman, struck out swinging twice. He's helped Stewart both times. He chased pitches that were high and out of the strike zone. So all kinds of action now at Manning Field. That is that flag football. Long throw across the diamond. Nice play by the shortstop Clark. Stewart gets a 1-2-3 inning. We finished 4 on this Sunday afternoon interleague battle. St. Mary's leading Hamilton Wenham 5-1. Cole Scanlon, number 5, is hitting for Ring. Squares the bunt, takes the pitch for a strike. Nine, 1-2 for Hamilton Wenham here in the 5th inning. Gets the bunt down. He beat it. Bang, bang at first. Got it far enough away from the catcher that the pitcher had to go get it. And that's a long haul for Peterson. James Day got hit by a pitch. Last time up, he was called out on strikes. Back easily at first is Scanlon. Counted in for a ball.
Now batting number 10, James Day.
Again, back easily at first is Scanlon. In for a strike. Peterson in his 5th inning of work. The runner takes off. Safe at second base. Derek Dana's coming out to question it. De La Rosa thought he made the play. The umpire is saying, don't bother coming out. He'll talk about it, Derek, but the runner is still safe. De La Rosa questioned, thought he had him. Good throw by Weston. So everybody running, both teams, not content with first base. Curveball for strike 3, good pitch. He didn't get a strikeout in the first inning, but he's had at least one in every inning since. That's his 6th strikeout. Aiden Clark sacrificed his first time at bat, got the first hit of the game, and scored the run that Hamilton Wenham got in the 4th inning. Nice stop by Weston. Hit foul back and out of play. St. Mary's outfield very shallow. We're going to go for a right-hand hitter way over to the foul line. Giardina a couple of steps over to right center. Curveball just missed. He backed away, and it just missed catching the inside corner. Hit in the air behind home plate. Long run. It's going to run out of real estate. It winds up in the seats. That's how the top of that, I mentioned before, the top of the backstop hasn't been put back on, so it's empty space. Anything hits straight back goes into the netting. Anything up in the air goes over the netting and winds up in the seats. And couldn't end up in the press box, so we have to be alert. Waves at that curveball. Very nice pitch by Peterson. Peterson was part of the Babe Ruth team that went down and played in the national tournament. They won the States, they won the New Englands. Hit foul out of play. Connor McClintock, the center fielder, bounced to second and had a hit taken away with a terrific play by Giardina, diving and picking it off the turf in center field. A little touch, looked like it might be a Texas League hit. Giardina took it away. Wide for a ball. Hit back to the mound. Peterson, that's a nice play. He fell off to the first base side with the pitch, bounced back quickly and made the play. So he's involved in all three outs. He gets 2 strikeouts and an assist. So the bunt single that started the inning with the stolen base is left at second base. Seven strikeouts for Peterson. We'll move into the bottom of the fifth. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for St. Mary's. Holding on to that 5-1 lead. Catholic Central League against Cape Ann. And we're still watching the men's flag football over at Manning Field, so both these going almost 24/7. But a great job here with the renovation of Fraser Field. Everything now is turf. I have to keep reminding myself because the pitcher's mound used to be dirt, the outfield was grass, and the infield was turf before. Now everything out there is turf. They did a tremendous job. Colleges would like to have these two facilities. Having these back-to-back, Manning and Fraser, unbelievable for these young men and young women who play their sports here at these two facilities. Absolutely, colleges would like to have these two. And a lot of the teams that come in here to play against the Lynn teams would love to have these two. In for a strike. Tomatoes 2 for 2. Knocked to the run, scored a run. Down and in for a ball. So all kinds of bodies at Manning Field. The parking lot here at Fraser is filled. The parking lot at Manning is jammed. Everybody getting out, working out on getting out of the house on this very nice Sunday afternoon. Lined in the center field for a base hit. I still want to see the young man's birth certificate. He's only a freshman.
Now batting for St. Mary's, number 15, senior
Tad Giardina, the center fielder, tripled, knocking a run and scored a run in that big 4-run first. He struck out the last time up. Diving back at first, Domeno. They take off, but they can walk in because they hit Giardina. Josh Doney is going to hit for Chris Marks, who's hitting for the catcher. So he'll be the new DH. Down and in. Safe at third. It went off in the dirt. The wild pitch moves the runners up. Dave, the catcher, hustled, got it, made the good throw. Domeno just got there a millimeter ahead of the throw. So second and third with nobody out. They bring the infield in. So everybody's squeezing in the infield all the way around. On the corner for a strike. 0-2 the count. To Doney, the pinch hitter. High and tight for a ball. Inside for a ball. Chased that pitch, swung right through it.
Now batting for St. Mary's, number 14, McGonigal.
6 strikeouts for Stewart. Cam McGonigal tripled and scored, struck out swinging. He's got a chance for an RBI or two. Infield stays in. Slices it foul out of play. Had a duck under that one, over his head. Way wide for a ball. Domino started this with a base hit. Giardina got hit by a pitch. The wild pitch moved him up. Strikeout for the first out. And that's where we are, second and third with one out. On the corner for a strike. So another payoff pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, he gets him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stewart. Jake Peterson's been up twice and walked twice. First time it extended the inning, and Shane Newholm made them pay with a big 2-out, 2 RBI single. High for a ball. 7 strikeouts for Stewart. Over his head for ball 2. In for a strike. Two on the count, pitcher against pitcher here in the bottom of the 5th. Chase that pitch. And we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Popped up. Long run, can't get there. Wasn't from lack of effort, but the pitch is Stewart. It just wasn't high enough to give them time to get over to the Hamilton Wenham bench area. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Started, stopped, stepped off. Hit back, foul, out of play. So we'll do it again at 2-2. And we're going to have another 3-2 count. Popped up. Catcher can't make the play. Again, with the pitcher and the first baseman coming to the ball, it's an easier play for them than the catcher chasing it, going towards first base. It cost St. Mary's a run when St. Mary's did that. Now Peterson gets a life and will do it again at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Foul. It's going to go down that grassy knoll behind first base. Here we go with the payoff pitch again. Hit in the air to right field. Over near the foul line. Tate Fitzgibbons makes the play. So St. Mary's threatens with second and third, but 2 strikeouts and a fly to right gets Stewart out of the inning. So we finished 5 in this interleague battle. St. Mary's leading Hamilton Wenham 5-1. Harrison Stein, who's DHing for the pitcher, he's grounded to the second and struck out swinging. He'll lead off the 6th inning for the Hamilton Wenham Generals, is what they are. So it's the Generals against the Spartans. Swing and a miss. Peterson had a little bit of a hiccup in the 4th inning where he hit a batter, walked a batter, and there was an error after a base hit. It got Hamilton Wenham their 1 run. Other than that, he's been in command. He gave up a leadoff single in the 5th, struck out the next 2, and took care of the last out with a bounce back to the mound. He threw the runner out. So he was involved in all 3 outs. Curveball. Pops it up into the seats. Nice play by a fan, playing it on a hop. Hit in the air. Pesano making the easy play out in left field. Wow. You wonder why coaches get gray hair. 1 up, 1 down. Chris Collins, the first baseman, grounded to third, got hit by a pitch. That was after 2 outs. The hit batsman followed by the walk in the area when Hamilton Wenham scored their run. Popped up, long run, not going to get there. It goes up in the seats. Velasco and Weston running all the way over to the St. Mary's dugout, hoping they had a shot. Another play by Peterson. Collins chased that curveball and just reached for it and just slapped it back to the mound.
Now batting number 6, senior right fielder, Tate Fitzgibbons.
Third play by Peterson, helping himself. Tate Fitzgibbons gets hit on the shoulder, way up and in. That's third hit batsman. He was thrown out by Weston on that terrific play with Weston and Newhall combining on the bunt to get the out.
Hitter 44, Chris Ferry.
Chris Ferret is pinch hitting for Abe LaBelle. Hamilton Wenham going to their bench. Third hit batsman. Foul tip held on to by Weston. Thought about it, just held up as it broke down and away. And the count goes 1-1. In for a strike, 1-2. Diving back at first is Fitzgibbons. The runner got a great jump. No way they're going to throw him out. He got a huge jump. All the stolen bases have been successful on both sides. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Over but low, and the count goes full again. We've had a lot of payoff pitches. The payoff pitch up and coming. Swing and a miss. He keeps his record intact. He's got at least 1 in every inning since the first. So the hit batsman gets stranded. Hamilton Wenham is down to the last 3 outs. St. Mary's will be the bottom of 3 in the order as we start the bottom of the 6th. With St. Mary's 3 outs away from their 7th consecutive win and their 12th win of the season. Stewart's been tough after that first inning. He gave up 1 run in the second. With the second 2-out hit of the game for St. Mary's. That one, a single by Domeno, knocking in the 5th run. We got Matt Lewis and Cam McGonigal going out to the bullpen to loosen up.
Number 24, first baseman Shane Newhall.
Shea Newhall got a big 2-out hit in the first inning, knocking in 2 runs. He hit it well, but he hit it right at the first baseman his second time up. And he made that nice defensive play on the bunt. In for a strike. on the corner for a strike. Umpire's been consistent with that outside corner. Slices it the other way. It's going to drop for a base hit. He's got his second hit. Jaden Driscoll is going to hit for De La Rosa. Gabe Diaz will run for Newhall. So Driscoll will hit for De La Rosa. Diaz will run for Newhall. They get the bunt down. Good job by Driscoll. Sacrifice goes 1-3 for the out. They move Diaz over to second base.
Now batting for St. Mary's, senior left fielder, number 21, Nick Maisano.
Nick Maisano, the left fielder, walked and scored, grounded out second and first. In for a strike. Top of the order, Tommy Velasco on deck. Solid shot to the third baseman. Diaz got off the bag thinking it might be a base hit. Maisano hit that right on the nose and lined it right to the third baseman. Can't hit any better than that, but he didn't get lucky. He hit it right at the third baseman. So two-way. Tommy Velasco struck out swinging the first two times, grounded a short. And he gets hit by a pitch. So Peterson has hit. Peterson has hit 3. Stewart's hit 2. Mike Domeno is perfect. 3 singles. Scored a run, knocked in a run. 3 for 3. And he gets hit. That ties up the hit batsman at 3 apiece. So the bases are loaded for Tad Giardina.
Coming to the plate, senior center fielder, number 15, Tad Giardina.
Tad hit a shot to right center field for a triple, knocking a run, scored a run. Struck out and got hit by a pitch. So he's up now with the bases loaded. We mentioned St. Mary's will be right back here tomorrow night against St. John's Prep. High again, 2-0. Way wide, 3-0. So he'll take a long look at this pitch. Stewart on the verge of walking in a run. And he does. Giardina gets his second RBI the easy way.
Now batting the hitter, number 4, Josh Downey.
Josh Downey as a pinch hitter became the designated hitter. And that's going to be it for Stewart. He gives up 6 runs that were earned. Seven hits, struck out 7. He hit 3 and walked 4. Who's 12? Yeah, Nate Jones went to play second base.
Now pitching for him on the Wenham, number 21, Abe Label. And sub into the game, second baseman, senior Nate Jones.
Abe LaBelle, who was the second baseman, is now the pitcher. Craig Jones will move and take over his spot at second base. And LaBelle will face Doney. We mentioned Doney came in as a pinch hitter, became the DH, hitting for the catcher Weston. He struck out swinging his 1 trip. So Giardina draws the walk for the RBI. Stewart will be responsible for all of the runners on base. Looked like he might get out of it after a single. It was a sacrifice and a line drive to the third baseman, 2 outs and 1 on. But back-to-back hit batsman and a walk brings the run in. In first strike. Hit right back to the pitcher. In on the fist. Just a little love tap. So St. Mary's is finally down. Hamilton Wenham gives them the run with 2 hit batsmen and a walk. Back to back to back after 2 outs. St. Mary's gets another run. It's now 6-1 St. Mary's with 3 outs left for Hamilton Wenham going into the 7th inning. Jake Pearson's afternoon is done. Cam McGonigal will be the new pitcher. Devin Duvall will scoot out and take McGonigal's place in right field. So Peterson goes 6, gives up only 2 base hits. The run was unearned with the pop-up dropped between home and first base. So 1 unearned run. He hit 3, walked 1, struck out 8. So an outstanding performance by Jake Peterson. He also had 3 assists in the game. So with 8 strikeouts and 3 assists, he was responsible for, involved in 11 of the 18 outs. Eight, 9, and 1. Alex Cody is struck out and grounded to second. Hit foul to the screen. So he only got 2 base hits, and one of them was a bunt. Hit in the air. Domeno between the first baseman and the right fielder, a couple of steps in foul territory. Nice defense by Domeno for the first out. He does it offensively and defensively. I'm sorry, that was Jaden Driscoll that made that play. They made a couple of changes. Domeno's the shortstop. So nice play by Jaden Driscoll.
Now batting number 5,
Cole Scanlon bunted for a base hit. He's got one of the 2 hits. He was a pinch hitter. McGonagall trying to finish it up for Jake Peterson. That one bounces for ball 4. So Scanlon's on for the second time. James Day get first pitch of the day. Hit him. Last 2 times up, he was called out on strikes. So he's 0 for 2. Hit the first. They make the play, and they tag the runner going to second for a double play. Nice job by Newhall and Domeno. What a way to end the game. St. Mary's had a couple of nice defensive plays by Weston and Newhall on a bunt. They had a great play by Giardina taking a hit away and diving and picking it off the turf in center field. Now Newhall picks it, gets the play at first, throws to second. They make the tag. They get a leadoff walk, but they only face 3 hitters. McGonagall only faces 3 hitters in the inning. And St. Mary's will go to 12-6. Hamilton will drop to 11-6. St. Mary's makes it 7 in a row, and the beat goes on for the Spartans. They got 4 runs in the first inning. Domeno got an infield hit. Scored on Tad Giardina's triple. Giardina scored on a sacrifice fly by Chris Marks. Cam McGonagall got a triple. A big 2-out walk to Peterson extended the inning, and Shane Newhall came up with a big 2-out base hit to knock in 2 to make it 4-0. They got another big 2-out hit in the second inning. After Massano drew a walk, he stole second. A big 2-out hit by Mike Domeno knocked in the run to make it 5. They added a run in the 6th. Newhall got a base hit. They ran for him. Diaz ran for him. Sacrificed to second. Back-to-back hit batsman loaded the bases. A walk to Giardina forced in the run to make it 6. The 1 run by Hamilton Wenham came in the 4th. Clark got the first hit of the game, stole second, got balked to third after 2 outs. A hit batsman, a walk, and a pop-up that was dropped in the infield got the run home to make it at the time 5-1. The final score 6-1. For St. Mary's, Mike Domeno was on base 4 times. 3 hits, got hit by a pitch, scored a run, knocked in a run. Tad Giardina was on base 3 times, a triple, a walk, a hit batsman. He scored a run, got an RBI on the triple, got an RBI on the walk because it came with the bases loaded. Chris Marks had an RBI sacrifice fly. Cam McGonagall had a triple, scored a run. Jake Peterson drew 2 walks. Devin Duvall running for him scored a run. Shane Newhall had 2 base hits, knocked in 2, scored a run. Nick Massano drew a walk, scored a run, so everybody got involved for the Spartans. They put 6 on the board. The big 4-run inning was enough to get it done. Jake Peterson was outstanding on the mound, giving up 2 base hits, hit 3, walked 1, struck out 8, and made 3 assists to help himself, getting involved in 11 of the 21 outs. St. Mary's, again, going to 12-6, 7 in a row. Hamilton Wenham will drop to 11-6, so 6-1. St. Mary's over Hamilton Wenham. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.